a.k.a. Best Bail Bonds. Big game coverage live from Las Vegas. Powered by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Synergenics, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
No, we appreciate you coming over.
Amanda's just going to start talking. Yeah. You just start talking, and no introduction because that voice is so distinctive.
I love that player. And I, of course, I've known Pop forever. When he was at Kansas as an unpaid coach with Larry Brown. And RC, I love RC. RC's a dear friend. So I've got a lot of ties. And is Tyler Self still with the Bill Self's son? Is he still in the scouting department for the Spurs?
Yes.
I think he might be too. So anyway, all those guys are just wonderful, wonderful people.
Well,
how are you guys doing? Good week? Has been a good week?
It's been a fantastic
week. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that.
And we're getting to finish it off with you.
Well, I'm glad I could be on. I'm glad I could join you.
I mean, we talked to Emmett earlier. We're going to replay that at 5:30 because he left us some tequila. So
good.
Yeah.
We're obligated.
Yeah, that's exactly
Boy, I'd hate for this to leave when I get out of this chair.
Right? Yeah. You wouldn't be the first to steal a bottle of tequila from us. Now, I want to. But before we get it, you sat down and you were saying Wemby. But Mike's and we were talking. I need a good, clean Wemby call from Kevin Harlan.
Okay, well, let me just. I'm happy to do it. But when we are doing the 2K NBA video game, right? I spent a day and a half and about 450 lines of Wembanyama. And that's all I did for hour upon hour. Wembanyama on the corner. Wembanyama in back of the. Wembanyama is picked up by LeBron. Wembanyama. Like I was saying in my sleep. I look over and I call my wife, Wembanyama. I'm sorry. That's all we were doing. But his name has got such great rhythm to it. As a broadcaster, it's all about rhythm and pacing. And when you say Wembanyama, it just kind of rolls right off your tongue. So, I can't wait for him to do big plays. we had him in a preseason game down there against Miami. Had him in that great game against Milwaukee, which was Antetokounmpo against Wembanyama. And then when they brought in Kelishvili or whatever that guy's name is, it was like, it's the vowels. The vowels were just like, So anyway, I love that kid, and he's got the right voices in his head with Pop and that staff and Brett Brown, and he's going to be fine, and he's going to be everything that everybody hopes he's going to be.
I think so.
Do you want the Wembanyama right now?
Sure.
Can we do it?
What do you want me to say?
Boy, you did a great little montage right there that was fantastic. Well, we've got a promo on our air. We say, Wembanyama jackhammers it home.
Oh, good, yeah. That was a big play. And he did jackhammer it home.
He did. That's what he does.
He did. I'm sorry. I've done so many of these, I'm starting to lose
you got to save your voice.
I did the Lakers and Nuggets last night for TNT in L.A., and that was an exciting game. And I woke up this morning to be on with somebody in New York, which was 5:30 L.A. time. And I go, oh, my God, I got to do all these stations today. I could barely talk it this morning. It's come back, as it always does. But anyway, I'm glad to be on with you here.
Well, and Kevin, you look at that, and I know we're going to talk about the game. And we're carrying the game Sunday on 94.1 the San Antonio Sports Star. You're going to be all over our radio station because you can listen to the Super Bowl on our station on Sunday. Our boss doesn't think we're promoting it enough. Right?
I've known Tim for God knows how many years, 30-plus years, 3 decades, more than 3 decades. So I'm sure he's promoting it very well.
Yeah, no,
which is his MO. He is a legend in this business. A legend in this business.
Don't say that out loud. Please don't.
He's one of the great people in the business, and we've known each other forever.
When you look at the Spurs, and Pop said in training camp, this year is about winning. And they've done anything but. Yeah. The fact that we're Super Bowl week and we've got 10 wins. Fans are frustrated, as you can imagine. With the people that you get to visit with, what is the perception of what is actually happening this year in San Antonio?
Well, first of all, I did not know he said that. And if I would have heard it, I would have said, well, I think just the opposite. We've got a young team to begin with. Let's just take our time with this kid. He's what, 19 or whatever he is.
Just turned 20.
Just turned 20. So like he's got his whole life is ahead of him. His whole career is right there. Now listen, we know Pop is 73, 74 years old, and he would like to get one more shot at it. I don't blame him, but I would think the worst thing you can do is push him too hard. This I'll draw it to it doesn't equate, but I'll give you. The Green Bay Packers had this Jordan Love who's taking the place of Aaron Rodgers, right? And this whole year for Green Bay was not about winning. It was about seeing if Jordan Love is going to be the next in a great line of Green Bay quarterbacks, Favre and Rodgers. And now this guy, who they drafted number 1, but has sat on the bench, and now they got to, okay, it's time now to show what you can do. And he did. And they were patient with him, and he hit some valleys, and the team wasn't winning. Then at the end of the year, he picked up his stride. He got hot. The team played well, and they made the playoffs, and they won in Dallas, as you well know.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, remember that game? Remember that game in Dallas they played?
I was there.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was unbelievable.
Awful.
But from just a football fan standpoint, to see that kid go in that stadium, do it against that team, was like unfathomable. If you saw him play in the middle of October, and we did their game in Denver against the Broncos on CBS, he was horrendous. But they stayed patient. They stayed the course. They altered what they were giving him, and the rest is history. And they're not going to give him a gigantic contract. So I would think with Wembanyama, it's the same thing. This is a player who is going to be a generational talent, and it's not about winning now. All it's about, and Pop, I love him like a father, but right now it's all about getting him acclimated to the physicality of the NBA, the speed of the NBA, the precision, the skill. It's so different than that little league he was playing in Europe, in France. This is big-time basketball, right? Against the best players in the world, and everybody in the world wants to play in the NBA. This kid's been drafted number 1. There's no player that's been talked about more. So I think, catch your breath, give you that second night of a back-to-back off. Let's watch your minutes, which they were early. Is that now gone? With the ankles gone? Yeah. That's one great thing. He has stayed relatively healthy. Am I right?
Yeah.
So my thing is let's just be patient. Don't tell we're going to win now. Say we're going to win, but right now it's like when you plant the crops, we got to water the crops, and we got to make sure they get plenty of sunshine and the right kind of weather and the right kind of message every day from the people that are fertilizing those crops. And I don't mean to be hokey, but my point is that let's not rush. We all want to win yesterday, but he'll develop. He's going to be what we all think he's going to be. Let's not say we're going to come out of the chute win.
But Kevin, we're spoiled in San Antonio. You remember we had a 20-year dynasty.
And
so we want that again. And with Tim Duncan, when he came in, he had a bunch of veterans around him.
Yes,
so it was a different process.
It was unfair. It's unfair to grade him on the same scale.
Right.
Wembanyama. Yes.
So I think Spurs fans, me included, at some points, would like to see more of a mix of veterans and young players around.
Collins, I think, when he's healthy, is probably that right kind of guy, and he's back now playing. Correct. Mm-hmm. Last time I saw him, he wasn't playing yet. No, but I get it. But what I thought the beauty of what they were doing with the Spurs was they had this young core, and all these players that are going to surround him eventually. And maybe even guys that are going to kind of move down as opposed to being starters now and first guy off the bench, they're going to probably move down as they get better players, draft better players. Now listen, how great is it going to – they're going to have this record. They're going to be in the lottery. They're going to get another terrific player, a starting caliber guy, maybe make a trade. Maybe what free agent would not want to play with Wembanyama?
Exactly.
And in your great city and what might be a new arena down the road. So listen, why speak? Just let's stick with the process. And it's not the process they were doing in Philadelphia. They've got the kid. They know what their centerpiece is going to be. They've got these nice auxiliary parts around him, and they may not be starters now or later, but they are now. You're going to be a part of it, but we may move you down, and we're going to draft again. We're going to sign somebody, and you're right back in it. And you've been patient with this kid. I know they're being patient. I know they're giving him the right stuff. I know it. But to say, and I know they don't want to instill him with losing, because there is something that is a part of winning that makes growth happen you progress faster, you buy in quicker, all those things. But he's just 19. He's this crazy, angular French man that is just trying to get used to the new country, new league. This old guy yelling at him, or he doesn't yell. Actually, they just talk to him. And he's got the right minds. Let's catch our breath here. But I get it. We all want to win. People are paying a lot of money for those tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're paying a lot of money for those tickets. A lot of people are invested. That's the biggest thing in San Antonio, aside from the rodeo. That's the biggest thing in San Antonio. So my thing is, Wembanyama!
There you go.
Love it.
The great Kevin Harlan here on the Blitz. You got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. How many Taylor Swift songs have you been listening to come up with good reference points when Travis Kelce does something?
I'm not going down that road.
Thank you.
Other guys have done it, and I'm not. They write them out, and I'm not. I don't play that game. Plus we're on radio, and we can say yes, she's here, and she's in a booth a couple down from us, or wherever she is, and we'll make mention because she is a part of the story, and that's what our job is, to report the story. And she has brought a whole different section of people that are now interested. People go, these ratings, the game has never been. Yeah, when everybody and their grandmother's got that app to bet on their phone, and Taylor Swift is bringing over millions and millions and millions of people that don't know anything about the NFL, don't know what the letters stand for, but know number 87, they're going to watch, and they're going to be a part of it. And great. It's great for the league. It's great for their brand. It's investing and you're widening your reach. I'm all for that stuff. But man, oh man, the game is just it's always been great. But it's not these gigantic leaps in the ratings are not, and ours are affected as well. They're not because of the game. They're because of Taylor Swift and the gambling. Everybody's gambling.
That's right.
They're hitting that app, and they're going, I'll bet $10 they're going to throw on this play. Or I'm going to bet $5 they're going to fumble on that. Whatever they do. I don't gamble, so I don't know what they're doing. But I know people are into it because of that.
Yeah, I wish I didn't gamble either, Kevin. So that's
wait, no.
That's a story for
another day.
He sucks at gambling, that's why.
And we thank you for listening.
Yes.
Good night, everybody, from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a great game.
It is going to be fun. It's
got the potential to be a really good game.
It's going to be everything that last year's game was. It'll be as good. The two teams are too evenly matched. And there's so many ways that they'll counter what the other does well that, I mean, it's a fourth quarter game and maybe the final two series of the game. It's going to be terrific.
Well, and you're going to make it that much more fun.
You're nice to say that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you so much.
More coming up.
Me and my new bottle of Herradura. Adios.
Yeah, exactly. Takes
silver and away.
You can have Aquafina, not Herradura. Good stuff. The great Kevin Harlan here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.